I'm a little sore today. Honestly, it's really not too bad. Oh, back hamstrings definitely are feeling it. But I think I'll be able to do some high bar squats at least. I definitely don't want to max out today, but I could be convinced. I'm just kidding. I gotta get my knees warmed up though. I'm not looking for any tempo or particular technique. I'm just trying to get the blood moving. You got them?
Yes.
Look at you. You got some sliders. No, you only need one. Give me a second, I'll show you. One more time. So the point is to eccentrically load the hamstrings in a closed kinetic chain and then back off. So it's really just a hamstring warm-up exercise or anything else. I'm on my back toes and my front heel. As I go over, then at the waist about 45 degrees, stretching it, loading it. And once I feel like I've gone far enough, my knees are still straight, I'll just push back. And so I use my hand to return to center. It's part of the Askling protocol, which is like a hamstring rehab thing. Alright, so I did like 5 sets of sled drags. Feels pretty good actually. Getting a little bit of action in the quads. I could probably max out today. Maybe I will. I hit squat volume on Thursday, so I think I've earned myself a max out. By volume, I mean 4 sets of 4. Which in my defense is 16 reps. Is that a defense? I should probably, like, if I'm thinking about my like actual programming, I think volume would be better for me to work on that tension and positioning at the bottom of the squat. And with high bar specifically, that'll keep my weight a little bit lower, keep my torso more upright, so I really can work on that hip mobility and tension at the bottom of the squat. And so I've got this like gym bro attitude where like I need to go max out, and I probably could. And the worst part is I'd probably get stronger, but probably not as fast if I programmed a little smarter. I've got 2 dogs inside of me, 2 wolves. One wolf says to max out every day. The other wolf says to max out every day. Maybe I'll just max out high bar squats. So I recorded that and I realized I didn't really say why maxing out might not be good. Because basically you need to stimulate as much strength gain as you can without driving an overuse injury. That's essentially all of lifting, and that's why I think I'm the best at programming, is not because of my strength conditioning background, but primarily because my injury treatment, prevention, and solution-driven mindset. I think if like there's one thing that makes me more knowledgeable about programming, is my injury background. So like I could probably max out and get stronger doing it on back squat, but like the question is like, have I just been doing that too much? Am I more likely to drive an overuse injury doing back squat? Yeah, probably. And that's why like I'd be less likely to drive an overuse injury if I were to do high bar, because it's a variable movement pattern. It's something that I don't do very often, but I'm so coordinated, and so I can do it like and get good stimulus out of it because it's a movement that I've practiced and I'm with it. But like because it's a more novel stimulus, I'm more likely to get things out of it without driving an overuse injury. But that's because I'm a mature lifter. Like I've been doing this for at least 3 months. And so like I've got that coordination to be able to control myself in that high bar squat pattern and the low bar squat pattern. And so like if you're a beginner lifter and you're like, oh, I should be doing more variable movement patterns because that's what Luke said, maybe. But you know, I mean, if you're still practicing like this, just the foundational squat pattern, just do that a whole bunch of times, basically until you get an overuse injury, and then just switch it up. That'd be my recommendation. Here's my gym bro moment. If you're not nursing at least 2 overuse injuries, you're not even powerlifting. I'll stand on that. You know what? I'm going to try to decide what sort of rep scheme I want, how heavy I'm going to be able to go. And then, honestly, if my ankles are feeling good enough to do this, like in shoes or without shoes. For high bar, I don't really care. I just don't squat high bar in competition. So I got flats on. And I'll see if I want heels. Probably just wear heels. Yeah, because I'm getting like caught right there on my ankles. Yeah, I'll wear heels. Nice of you to join us this morning. Oh, wait, it's not morning.
Feels like it.
This afternoon. Nice of you to join us. A little late there, big maroon guy. He's faking it. He's not saying anything. Don't let him lie to you. You want it? You want it?
Yeah. I woke up this morning feeling absolutely wrecked after my heavy 545-pound deadlift yesterday. That was definitely a good day. It was a PR, therefore no ego lifting at all.
Hey, after you're done talking, turn that and face it towards me so I get that cake cam.
The cake cam?
The cake cam.
Luke wants the cake cam. I don't know what he means by that. Yes, I do. There we are. Cake in full force. He is rocking the gradual joggers. I myself own a pair. The fabric is quite different compared to many other cloth joggers, given it's more elastic, a little cooler to the touch. Doing high bar squats, not the most optimal situation having the Garmin 955 on the left wrist, because as you can see, his wrists tend to bend back quite a bit. He probably on the heavier weight will switch out for wrist wraps. Also, I need to correct myself from yesterday or the last workout video. That is not a solar powered 955 series. That is just a standard 955 series. Still, iced out to the brim. Barbell Medicine sock hat. Nordic heel elevated squat shoes. And then Nelius tank top hoodie. Call me Mike Rinser because I'm on the high rocks. Dress and $100,000.
Dude, that's how you know we're in like the really bad timeline, is because they killed Harambe and they killed Peanut and then they killed that random snake in Florida.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
And that guy's dog.
And that guy's dog.
ATF
What he's talking about.
Guy's dog.
And like really the only sense of hope we have is that we have another Kennedy in office.
What I actually wanted to talk about was I haven't taken my watch off in like 5 days. My wrist smells kind of gross.
Dude.
So
Do you have a fungal growth going?
I have to perform regular skin checks, I guess. I haven't been doing that.
Self-inflicted stab.
How to clean that. Are you recording? Oh, yeah, I wasn't talking about it. So like what I'm talking about is like your spinal position on the pole. If you're going to pull like a power lifter, it should be more straight with the, we're not sponsored. It should be more like straight up. So like here's a flexed lumbar spine, here's an extended lumbar spine. You want to be more in the middle. I'm not twerking on the camera. And so like if you're more on that neutral spine as you pull right there, you can get that lockout better is what I was talking about. That's just my opinion as somebody, you know, who doesn't pull conventional because I'm weak and stupid.
Sumos don't count.
Sumos don't count.
And dumb, don't forget that.
I still deadlift like 6.
Conventional?
Yeah. I just got a deadlift.
Filmer has never happened.
Are you an evidence-based lifter? Yeah. Yeah, I take film.
Yeah.
All right.
I think his depth's going to be fine with 225. I'm doing high bar.
Luke the Leprechaun, high bar squatting. I believe the weight is not loaded correctly. You got something to say about that?
No. Hey, you guys. No.
He runs away. So he wants 275 on the bar. He forgot 25 pounds on the right side.
I got talking and I forgot.
He started yapping.
He's yapping.
Hey, no shame in yapping.
Oh yeah, he's a doctor. He's okay, but he's honestly not as strong as a deadlifter as I think he should be.
Yeah. That's the video I found about critiquing my deadlift.
So this is the day after performing. He's getting set up on it. He's getting tight under the bar. This is the day after performing heavy threes on conventional deadlift. He got up to 565, and now he's doing some high bar squat. Oh, he hit it for a double. I'm sorry. Hit 565 for 2, and now he's doing some high bar squat. Maybe he can talk about why he did that, unless he already did. Okay. Look at that. Controlled and slow on the descent. Staying tight in the pocket. Maintaining tightness in that trunk on the way up. That's tight. Tight, tight, tight. Red, green, blue, I don't care.
There are 3 good television shows: Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, HBO's The Wire. Good in that. That's it. Mic drop. Tanner doesn't want to squat today with me because he's doing Zerchers tomorrow.
I squatted on Wednesday.
I squatted on Thursday.
You did?
Yes, I did. I did heavy, low bar transformer squats. I did 435 for 4 sets of 4. And now he's telling me, he's like, no, I squatted already. I'm doing Zerchers tomorrow. I'm not gonna do high bar with you. Think about the stimulus that Zercher provides. What's it about? I'm just gonna tell him. I'm tired of it. Thoracic extension and core strength.
Okay.
And so, are you getting a ton of anterior leg and deep hip eccentric loading? No, you're not. Even if you go all the way down in a Zercher, because the load is so anterior, you're going to be more of that loaded right there.
Okay.
which is what? Posterior chain or anterior chain?
Anterior.
It's a little bit of both, but it's mostly posterior. If you're upright here and you're extending back, if your knees are not coasting as far forward with the Zercher, it provides a very different stimulus than a high bar pause squat.
Okay.
It's a lot more about thoracic extension and core tension than it is about hip tension and hip strength like a high bar. So if you want to be tough about it, maybe not tough, if you want to be smart about it, do some high bar pause squats today at a light manageable load, maybe not 315, maybe 360, we're going to see how it feels. And then just do Zerchers tomorrow.
Okay. What, for me, I can't hear.
I know, I'll just repeat the question.
Oh, okay, cool. For me, needing
He's
to,
forming
like,
a thought.
have a wider squat stance, should I do that with high bar today, or should I just, like, bring it in a little closer?
Well, how often do you do, he's asking about stance, because I've been making him do wider stance.
Train nothing but high bar.
Yeah, I don't know if it really matters.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times this week have you done a wider stance deadlift?
Deadlift or squat?
Squat, sorry.
Once. One time.
Yeah, so you already hit it for this week. As long as you're doing it one time a week, that's probably enough.
Oh, cool.
Get something out of it.
Cool.
In my opinion, I don't know. Because, like, if you do a paused high bar squat, you're going to get decent hip tension. If you work on, like, driving your knees out at the bottom and doing a decent pause, you know, because, like, when's the last time you did a good pause on the high bar squat?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. And if you really work on driving those knees out and keeping that tension in the hips, you'll probably get a similar stimulus out of it.
Okay.
So I'll ask you again, are you going to squat with me?
No. Yeah.
He says no!
Yeah.
I'm going to get violent.
I'll squat.
I also I like machines and I like having bumper plates and different bars, and I don't have a fat pad at home, so like I use that. The sled, yeah, sled's huge. And like the big cable thing, I like that too.
Cables?
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't have cables.
I don't have cables. Oh, I do, but like they're not. I've got like a plate loaded bells of steel thing. You know, it's not like that.
Well, and so I don't know about Planet Fitness. I've never been. I want to go there. But as far as the cable attachments, this gym's the best one I've been to in town.
Yeah, this gym's got a lot of good cable attachments.
Yeah, they have a lot of different variations. Where the other ones are like wide neutral grip, lat, like your standard lat pull down bar, and then your narrow neutral grip for like seated rows.
Yeah.
And your rope. That's about all you got at most gyms.
And they got a lot of dumbbells too.
Do you know where they got that cable machine? No.
I don't.
I thought you asked that like you were gonna tell us. He said, you know where they got that cable machine?
No, I was
I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
You asked it,
where?
Like, you went up an octave, like it was a question. Like,
No, I'm actually asking.
Oh, he's actually asked. He doesn't know.
It's a nice one though.
I'm asking you. Yeah, I like it. It's only broken a couple times, and then they fixed it right away.
That was probably due to installation. I think they put it up. Because like there's a few spots you can tell it's the wrong bolt because it doesn't go all the way through the lock nut. So,
Yeah. Your stuff's fine.
yeah, it doesn't spot deep enough to get close to the safeties anyway.
I'm 5'14".
Oh yeah. No, it's 16, right?
16.
Yeah.
I'm 26 times 12. I'm like 300 plus months old.
Yeah.
Turn your toes out. Go a little wider. You notice how it's more like you're taking a dump in the woods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're shitting over a hole. Squat fucking down.
And so that's going to allow your torso to stay more upright in the hole.
Okay.
And so what you're doing is putting tension onto, like, when you do it, you're just relying on the connective tissue in your low back, and that's where you're loading, which is not a wrong thing to do. But if you want to rely more on your hip external rotators, then you have to have a more upright torso position, and your knees have to go out because that is significant for your hips actually externally rotating. That's what it's like. Like, you can barely see my head probably. He's too tall. Let's use Ryan for some content. We're gonna see his deadlift.
I was planning on a set of 5. So.
That's fine. So worry about your low back position. Don't pull yourself out of position. Don't extend. Keep it nice and tight, nice and neutral. Good, right there. There it is. A little bit lower in the hips. Pull it back towards yourself. And so that's how you create a lever where you just wedge yourself under the bar. And you can actually almost use it like a seesaw. Keep your hips back on the lockout. Yeah, think about getting your shoulders behind your hips more than your hips through. And that's how you avoid a hitching ramping call. Like if you're doing strongman, awesome. Hitch it all day long. But if you're doing powerlifting, I think it's better to keep it just away from your thighs a little bit until you get to that lockout.
Yeah, imagining getting my shoulders behind my hips versus pushing my hips through kept it away from my thighs.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about how can I use my friendships and relationships to produce content. That's probably a healthy mindset to have. How can I leverage people in my life in order to make me more popular online?
I think that is a good thing to do.
You want me to do some perturbation training?
Huh?
You want me to do some perturbation training?
Like, are you gonna hit me?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wider.
Huh?
Wider.
No.
No?
Oh.
Maybe, actually. Try it. Yeah, that's nice and upright. There you go. That's actually pretty good. Tanner's doing high bar squat, and Ryan is doing deadlifts. I'm trying to do some squats over here. I got 365 on the bar. We'll see how it feels. Those quads. Nah, dude, you can't let those hips rise. You got to keep those knees pushing out. I didn't really see that rep. Good, there you go. Good.
Taking 5 reps is fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be happy with 3 here.
Oh, man. Sorry. That got me lightheaded. Yeah, just a lot of like holding your breath at the bottom.
You got to take sips of air, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Literally just like that.
Yeah, you guys were talking about lever golf yesterday. This is why I like it. Because you can just leave it on, and then when you're ready, you can just lock.
Why gain and lose weight so drastically like right now?
I don't care. I can put on and lose 10 pounds in like...
Oh, that's hard.
But don't you have to adjust your lever belt? Really?
I have sub 200 pound Ryan, over 200 pounds.
I don't have to unscrew it. I see what you mean though.
Like, once you figure out the belt, it's pretty... like 200 pound Ryan, at this, it's pretty... right now. But once if I get down to sub 1
He's okay.
Is that like your goal?
Yeah. Right now. I'm gonna see how I feel. My initial goal is okay. Because I am like 208.
My hips hurt.
And I go, hey,
All right. Gonna go hit this. I want to aim for 6 this time. I think that's pretty possible.
RPE 6?
No, 6 reps, RPE air, RPE 0.
You can do more than 6 reps. With a long pause in between.
Oh, they're gonna be long. Pauses. I am hopeful for the economy.
Don't let it roll down your back. You keep it in that high bar position. Don't be a high bar guy sitting on your track. Let it roll up your neck. Good, there you go. That's a good rep. Focus, alright? Sips of air, come on. Sips of air. You're bracing your hips, not your core. You're bracing both, but primarily your hips.
One more. I need more beef tallow. Oh my God.
Tallow boy or a sweat guy?
Huh?
You a tallow guy or a sweat guy?
I don't know what's that one.
I don't know how to say it. It's like another congealed fat.
Oh, I'm a Starbucks pastries kind of individual. Oh. Do you think? I'll ask the question after.
Oh, you can ask it now.
Do you think increasing your VO2 max will improve my squat performance?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
100%.
Think so?
Yes.
Ryan believes so. Luke disagrees.
It does. Okay.
We'll hear his and then we'll go to you.
Last winter, I did a whole bunch of heavy doubles for squats, week after week, for months, and then I switched to sets of 5. And when I switched to sets of 5, I felt like I could do 10 reps, but I would run out of gas on rep 4. So the more volume of air you can get in your lungs, the longer you can hold your brace, the longer you can feel good on heavy squats. That's my take.
Okay. Luke, do you have a rebuttal?
Yeah, so your VO2 max really only impacts your aerobic fitness. Aerobic fitness is really only what happens when you stay around that 150 to 60 BPM, and it really only takes place at a greater endurance. I'm talking like 5 to 10 minutes of static effort. That's dependent on your VO2 max. What he's talking about is your anaerobic lactate threshold, your ability to process all of your stores quickly for energy and produce lactate within your system. Your ability to quickly produce a lot of lactate is basically that rep range of 5 to 15, more than a singular muscle contraction effort. We're talking about something that's more sustained but not quite aerobic. Yeah, that's still your anaerobic energy pathway. So like if you're working 8s and 9s, you're accumulating a lot of volume and accumulating a lot of lactate and working that anaerobic threshold. Or not your anaerobic threshold, sorry, that's something else. Like that anaerobic capacity, but like it's not to do with your VO2 max. Okay. That being said, I think VO2 maxes are helpful and they're a good like conditioning tool, and they allow you to recover faster from strength training sessions. Anecdotally, that's my opinion. I don't know. I hate running, but here we are.
So one is not bad. It would not hurt the other.
No, it's not bad. Here's the other thing, though, is like people are going to be genetically predispositioned towards strength or cardio, basically, like endurance or strength, like pure strength athletes is one sort of genetic predisposition, and the other is going to be more those endurance athletes. In my opinion, it's just find out what you're good at and then get great at it. like I think that's the key to athletic success is to find out what you're genetically predispositioned for. See, and he just pulls himself into the right position by starting in the wrong position. So, like, if you just find out what you're genetically designed for, like me as a 4-foot, broad-shouldered strength athlete, like, you can't look at this and tell me that I'm going to be good at marathons. So here I am. I'm thinking about loading 400, just sending it. Right, and like that's the thing is like if you can still get something out of the workout, why would you not go and do that? Is like my attitude. But like the thing is that also brings me to overuse injuries probably more commonly than anybody else in the gym. However, I'm a physical therapist. I should be able to treat my own overuse injuries without much of a problem. But like that's my own advantage, and that's why I can lift with a high intensity. I really only lift 6 days a week. 5 days a week consistently. Sometimes I won't lift on Wednesdays. I'll go for a longer run. But last Wednesday I hit some machine work after my run. And then I did some machine work after work. So that didn't really count. But like here's the thing though, is like your maximum productive volume is going to be right on the edge of an overuse injury. Like if you can manage that, like I just hit a button. I don't know what it did. Doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, I'll start singing. It's the auto-tune button. I was going to try to sing, but I didn't know what to sing, and I'm really bad at singing. So, like, if you're training on the knife's edge of an overuse injury, that's your maximum productive volume. And so my opinion is if you can push your volume higher and just not deal with an overuse injury or do something that manages that pain, or you just ignore that pain or whatever, that is then increasing your maximum productive volume, in my opinion. But I am in pain pretty consistently because I do that. I just know how to manage the pain, and I know how to organize the pain in my brain so that it doesn't get worse. Like my back hurt this morning. It hurts. Like I know there's resting inflammation in my SI joint that caused me to like have sharp pain down my back this morning when I woke up. So I just did some sciatic nerve glide, stretched out some muscles, did some bracing, and then pounded an energy drink. And I can brace just a little bit differently on the squats to where it doesn't hurt because I'm strong enough to just manage it otherwise. And so, like, do I have a back overuse injury, or does my back just hurt after heavy deadlifts? And, like, when I organize it in my brain as, like, no, my back's just sore after heavy deadlifts. Well, maybe not sore. My back just hurts after heavy deadlifts, and I can work around it for today. I can still keep my productive volume high. That's why, like, honestly, if you want to get good at powerlifting, which is a stupid sport and it's basically just working out, the only way to do that is get good at injury management. If you can get good at injury and pain management, you're going to be good at powerlifting. There are a lot of top guys, strong guys, who are injured, and because they don't know how to manage that, they don't compete at their best. And they lose time of productive training because they're worried about injury and they're not able to work around that to a great degree, which is why I think physical therapists make the best powerlifting coaches.
That's why I have prolonged stretching.
This is Tanner attempting 175. It's 175. Come on, dude. 175.
Brace.
He's not even at body weight. No, dude, don't cough. Brace. Good, there you go. Good, yeah, really clean. Sips of air. Now just do that like 6 more times. Good bar position. Keep that torso upright out of that hole. I should have said the hole, not that hole. That was weird. Stop talking about beef tallow in the middle of your sets. Bro, he gets done with these sets and he's like, oh, I'm so dizzy. I'm lightheaded. And
More.
he's sitting there talking about beef tallow in the hole. Not enough beef tallow. You have to become the beef tallow.
It was there.
Definitely
You're
had
gonna
one
be
more.
so pissed when you rewatch your film.
Definitely had one more.
Yeah, there you go. Come on.
All right. No, high bar.
Come
I
on.
saw that, dude. That was like the reflexive low bar. Big breath, big breath, big breath. Oh, long pause.
Long pause.
See, there you go. That was what we needed. Okay, all right. That's what we needed. Beef tallow.
I think it's important to recognize that not everybody is able to get into the gym 6 days a week. We got people out there, single parent, multiple kids, 2 jobs. I still encourage that person to fit exercise in when they can. So what does that look like? It could be 2 workouts in the day, 15 minutes. It could be a single weight, a dumbbell, kettlebell, a combo rack. But getting that in, fitting it in where you can, that'll pay dividends in the long run. Anyway, Luke's about to
Who's got a lot?
squat 405. Hey, it's over here. The bar's over here. No, over here. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want the mic? All right. Luke's going for 405 on a high bar pause squat. Having to lock in here, given that he's a little fatigued from yesterday, but he's not going to let that stop him from pursuing his ultimate goal of being not just strong for his size, but strong because he's strong. I think that's a valiant goal. He draws ever closer day by day.
Are you commentating to me?
No, Ryan asked if I was commentating to him. That'd be incorrect. I'm actually commentating to Luke the Leprechaun. Leprechaun Strong.
I was gonna say I'm also trying to lock in.
I think Ryan's going to start a YouTube channel here soon.
Lock in here.
Oh, he's locking in. All right. As you can see, he's got a pot of gold with a rainbow on the back of his belt. Very fitting for his Leprechaun brand. Going for gold, Luke the Leprechaun. Very stable. Hands pretty close and he's tight. Deep breath. Slow descent. I don't think he's happy with that pause. I think he's going to try to get it a little longer. Yep, there it is. Yep. He is locked in, people. Making sure those knees are shooting out. Oh, he has got it. That was solid. Let's see what he has to say.
What'd you ask?
Let's see what he has to say.
Oh, that's not a question.
I didn't ask anything.
That was harder than I thought it would be.
Were you unhappy with that pause on the first rep?
I don't know. That's more than I think I've ever done with like a decent high bar paused. I just don't do it very often.
I feel like that was a good set overall, though.
Yeah.
It was definitely a grind.
Yeah, pretty happy with it. But I'm still going to say RPE 0.
Do you hear that? RPE air
0.
going up.
One more weight on. Okay, starting position compared to when he breaks the floor. Keep an eye out. Watch his knee position. That was actually good. That was really good. And so right there. Yeah, that was good. So when he starts with his knees back like that, that's where that grind goes well. Yeah. Okay. That was better. Those are better than that I've seen
For a single.
in a while. Those are better deadlifts than I've seen in a long time from you.
That was 3.
Just hitting some abs. This is like my third set.
With a deep, deep stretch at the bottom.
Deep stretch at the bottom. That's what the man says.
Look at that. How deep that stretch.
All right. So we ran 7.7 this morning. I'm gonna splice over some of my B-roll film right here. Look at that. Luke's learning how to edit. It's happening. I don't know if it is or not. I'm gonna speak that. I'm gonna manifest that. Manifest that. Hey, did you give me some coffee?
Jake got you coffee.
Can I have some? Thanks, big dog. What?
I told him, hey, I told Jake, hey, you want to win some brownie points?
Bro, brownie points. Whatever. So we ran 7.7 this morning. Yeah, that's honestly, he started talking to his girlfriend more, and now he's like, you want to win some brownie points?
I say brownie points and yoink.
That's Tanner, dude. I am
Tomato
so frustrated with Tanner, dude. He's talking to girls. He gave a girl a hug today. Like, you're talking to women regularly. Hey, babe, what's up? Hey, come here. Oh, your squats look good today.
You just told me they looked bad.
They look like they feel bad.
I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah, you got it.
I got some more caffeine.
That's good.
I'll be good now.
Yeah.
My Advil kicked in too. So.
There you go.
Hey, who let this cool cat in the gym?
Put 'em on your knees.
All right, so we're going to try to hit some Zercher squats and some incline press today. Turns out after yesterday's squat session, we just yapped for like an hour with Ryan about like programming, how close to failure should you get. Bro, dude, you're not kicking. Lift your knees. Lift your knees. We're trying to teach. Kick the knees up, Jake. There it is. There it is. Okay. Oh, no. Stay right there. So kick them both back and lay back. Can somebody show him instead of just yelling? Now lay back. Lay back. Lay back. All right. There it is. Yeah.
Turn your hands out a little bit. Nice. There you go. Now down.
Post
Press up.
double bicep.
Post run double bicep. Okay. So yeah, we hit 7 and a step. Just get somebody else to film. I'm in the middle of my pre-gym talk.
But Tanner, every time Tanner tries to record me, he records straight at the same page. So I'm thinking,
Bring it down to your chest.
I sucks at
Right at the what?
So we talked yesterday about the human capacity to adapt to training with a higher proximity to failure. Is that something that you can adapt to, or is that just like a general rule of training? I think you can get better at it. I think you can get better at training closer to failure. I think you can. I also think more people need to practice singles, or you need to practice singles more, only if you're going to powerlift competition. But if you do that, you're going to have to practice singles on a regular basis and actually get good at them.
I'm gonna comment on the video at whatever time it is. I'm gonna say puppy.
Nice dog.
But like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, I'm going to back off and do volume and I'm going to keep it away from failure and all that stuff. We talked yesterday with Ryan about sort of playing the long game. And here's the thing about playing the long game. You work hard and you stay consistent and you're going to get stronger over the long run. You don't need a particular training style to get stronger over the long run. You don't need a particular rep range to play that long game. You need to train with intensity and you need to be consistent, and that's it. So yeah, we're going to try to hit some Zerchers today. My legs feel like crap after the pause squats yesterday. I don't know. Part of me feels kind of uncomfortable posting that film because of how tight my shorts are, but I'm just caked up on a Saturday, dude. No, I'll show you the film. Like, my cheeks look crazy.
Hell yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
I wear Mark Bell's denim sleeve.
Yeah. Oh, he's recording.
Yeah, I'm recording, dude.
Always.
My legs hurt so bad. Oh.
Are you squatting or are you doing like good morning?
We don't know yet.
Bro,
I have so much hip hinge.
You gotta gauge his fatigue levels.
because my femurs are long compared to my tibs.
What?
My tibias. My lower legs.
Hips. Huh? That's a good explanation for the camera. Talk about that.
Talk about your tips.
Nice. That's funny.
Oh, that hurts. Oh. Oh.
I got something to say.
I don't care. I don't know if I can do this. Hey, do you want this? Tanner, do you want this while I go?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Hi, guys. All right, we're going in. We're Zerchers squatting today. This is going to be our third heavy workout in a row. Tell me, what is a rest day? That is a great camera angle. We're going to just, there we go. What is a deload?
What is a training block?
He is talking to himself. So we got Zercher squat going right now, 225 on the bar. I think I can speak for Luke when I say this. My hips are sore.
Now, what I really want you to work on, okay, that was close.
This is
but what I
Lucas.
really want you to work on. I most I've done is 25 for 6.
There's a lot of sitting around, not a lot of lifting. Oh, is she about to go? Yeah, this is my new incline bench. I got it from Bells of Steel. I paid John a $70 Longhorns gift card for it. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty even price. John hit a sub 10 pace for the 10K this morning, so he's gonna take a deload for the next 3 weeks. And then there's our gym couch.
So this is our friend Colin. He is he primarily competes in strongman competition, and he's really good at what would you say? Really good at movement
Like
events.
like loaded movement events. So think
Yeah.
of like axle carry,
duck walk.
duck walk, farmer's carries, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Like he has a really good build to get that done. So we're training a lot of strongman kind of exercises where the Zercher can really help him. No, I didn't. This is 275 on the bar. We did, I'm pretty sure Luke said, but we did run 7 miles before this, and we are going heavy on Zercher squat today. My Garmin watch said I needed a break, and I said no thank you. I said, listen here, I am not the average. I am an outlier. I'm an organism. I'm a critter. I'm a creature. All right, we got Lucas Gleich on the chalking up. I don't know.
Can you really be racist against Germans?
Say that again.
Can you really be racist against Germans?
Oh.
What? I think they've done enough now.
Lucas, 275 on the bar, wearing his safety glasses. coming in young LA tank top, Fabletics pants.
Look how deep that squat is. Look at those hips.
Those are good birthing hips.
Really deep pelvic floor. I mean, just really deep pelvic floor.
He's got the Modus 2s from Vivo Barefoot. Is that right?
Yes.
I don't know.
Look at the deep squat though. The hip mobility goes crazy.
Oh, he's got the toddler too. He doesn't have the tie.
He's specializing in bodybuilding right now, but I am hoping he competes in Olympic lifting one day.
He won't.
Oh, look at that last spread. Go ahead, double front. Yep. All right, serious video here. I'm going to be miking up while I squat. The issue with the Zercher squat is my hips are weak. So I gotta front load this. If I had more beef tallow, I'd probably be able to manage this a little better. But given that microplastics are found even in babies, and we live in a fallen world, we're gonna make do with what we got. The odds may be stacked against us.
Yes, dude, I'm gonna be unsafe. Are you kidding me?
Tested too. I don't think he's into.
Well,
He always ends up with 2 phones, bro. Yeah. He's always got.
what'd you say? I always got 2 phones.
Yes.
Here, let me tell a joke.
Bro, yesterday he was.
Is it gonna be racist?
Well, no, not particularly.
What do you mean, not particularly?
So 2 Gentile businessmen walk past.
Come on, baby! I don't need it. I I got it. No problem, dude. No problem. Sorry, man. I had to film.
Yeah, so definitely ran out of time during the morning lift. And so after I finished with the Zerchers, we kind of did our house church thing. A few hours later in the afternoon, came back and hit some incline press, mostly because I got a new incline bench. Like, if you're wondering about my programming there, it pretty much has to do with the fact that I got a new toy and I wanted to play with it. So, I don't know. I'm not really good at incline, and I'm not sure how much it helps the standard bench press. But I did it. I got a good stretch in the pecs. It's a variable movement pattern, and I feel like I got stronger doing it, and that's enough. So he was going for 205. Definitely did not need to go this heavy. Didn't need to do this many reps. Didn't need to go this close to failure, but I was having fun. And you know what? If I'm just gonna overdo it a little bit, I have to recover a little bit longer, or be a little bit more sore for the sake of fun, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, I definitely lost my technique here. I don't know. Like, everybody's like, oh, you got to keep your hips on the bench for incline. Definitely agree with that. Like, if you want the most out of the movement, you're going to have to keep your hips down. I did not. Called it an RPE 8 right there. 8.5 with the missed groove. I really hope you guys can get the sound on this.
Hey, listen here, bro. If you're gonna be
Honestly, it was a lot of fun.
dial it down.
I'm just
He's a chill guy.
Get out of my way!
He just turns into a different guy with those glasses, man. I don't know what happens to him. He's good at incline press too, but I still bench press more on him. I think it's funny. It just shows like how hyper specialized I am. Because, like, we're doing the same movement, and he's way stronger than me, he's bigger than me, he's got more muscle mass on everything except for the big three. There's a specificity of adaptation that happens with the more long-term powerlifting athletes, I feel like, where it's like, we can't do anything else other than the big three. He's going beyond failure right there. Back. I don't think Colin's ever done this. Oh, it's actually done.
More than 4.
More than 4. Come on!
I didn't see any downward motion. So why'd you ask for help?
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
So that was Sunday. Fast forwarding now to Thursday. This is the week of Thanksgiving. So I'm lifting Thursday morning before Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to squat today, or at least I say today. I'm voicing over, obviously. I'm talking something here about man's interaction and his with his mortality, but I'll be honest, I can't hear anything over the speaker when I watch it, so I'm just going to downplay it, voice over it. I don't know what I'm yapping about. I think interacting with your own mortality is a lengthy sort of thing that we can't just talk about on a squat warm-up, but, whatever. Anyway, warming up for squats on the morning of Thanksgiving. I'm just going to tack this on to the end of the first weekend of training because, I don't know, I kind of grouped it up all together. I did some lighter stuff on Tuesday morning, so this is Thursday morning. I did some lighter stuff on Tuesday morning, but it's not really interesting, so I didn't include it. Alright, I changed my mind. I'm going to include this one. This is kind of a weird quad extension exercise that I do, mostly because I don't have a quad extension machine, or actually I do. I can set it up in the incline bench. I don't like setting up the quad extension machine. Also, this stretches like the long head, the one that crosses the hip as well. So I get like a really gnarly stretch when I do this, and that's been making my knees feel a lot better. So like this like cable loaded quad extension overhead in the lengthened position makes me stretch and loads the stretch. Love that. I know what you're thinking. Luke, you pretty much have to do a full split to get the complete contraction of the short head. And I know you're thinking that because obviously you watch my channel and, you study anatomy for 5 hours a week. And I get that. And maybe one day I'll get there, but right now is not that day. And this is helping my knees feel better anyway, so I'm just going to take the win. But this is what I did Tuesday.
Chest out, proud chest. Up, elbows up, like this. Like you're coming in like this, flare out.
But you said how do I do this?
So if you want to,
Tanner's a bodybuilding coach now.
Make a better peak. You want to twist your arm.
Except he's got to lean down to get himself in the mirror because he's too tall.
Yeah, but bring your arm in.
The old Smolov math. See what I need to hit for threes if I want to squat 600. And that's what I did for deadlift. I gotta do triples at 515. I don't think I can do that. Too weak. And here comes Tanner. By the time I voice over this, I've already given him the nickname the Big Squirm. But he does not have that nickname at the time of recording this. So here's the Big Squirm hitting 355 on his squats. I'm making him switch up his stance pretty frequently, so he's going wider today, trying to get that hip activation at the bottom. You see that sort of knee cave. Here's the thing, knee cave is not dangerous, but it can be a useful sort of biomechanical analysis tool. And so as those knees come in, what that tells me is his hip rotators are not great at activating eccentrically and controlling. And so I think it's good for him. Eventually he'll get better. I went up to 505 for this set. Still trying to hit threes. I really want to hit 515 for threes, but definitely not there on today. I'm going to leave this in here, kind of show my process of unracking, getting tight. I walk out, getting my feet set. Getting my tension, visualizing. Slow but steady. Second rep. Depth is decent. Bar tension not great. It's kind of wiggling on my back. You see my hand almost slips off the bar there. That's the other reason you need to get good at balancing the bar on your back. So you can just let go. Yeah, that one hurt. I don't know, I'm just playing around with the audio effects right now. I still don't really get it, but I feel like you can hear it better. I'm getting like this weird feedback thing when I don't do like the over the intercom edits, and I really don't want to think about it that much. So I'm just messing around with the audio effects. Here's my last set, 505 for 3. First one moved really well, but I'll be honest, I had to really like hype myself up for this. Yeah, the pre-hinge was dialed in on this set. The grind was there, tension was there. But I was in the place. The dissociative state of mind. So I talked during this, but I'll be honest, I couldn't hear a word of it when I went back and played it. So I'm just going to talk over it. This is after the squats. Definitely really sore, but right now I'm just kind of looking at myself. At the time of this, I was about 15 pounds heavier than what I weighed in at Nationals, I think. So I weighed in at 144.6, and then right around here, I'm probably 160, 162. Gained a few pounds since then, but really not bad. Pretty static with this level of body fat and weight training. Hitting some light assistance work after this. This is kind of me ramping up for the week, and this will be the last clip I include in this video. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing the long form videos like this. I might. They're kind of easier to edit, and if you're just going to watch them where you're doing other stuff, then I don't really feel like it's that big of a deal. I don't know. Here's the thing, hit some easy curls. Not really that big of a deal to hit some curls. I feel like they're good for my elbows, maybe. But I don't know. I got those like little man arms. You know what I'm talking about? Like the Lee Priest kind of vibe. Where it's easy for me to hit curls like twice a month and keep a decent bicep peak. I say decent as the natty 5'3" little guy that I am. So I'm hitting bicep curls and in between just flexing in the mirror because it's fun and I can. But I got some pretty nasty bar burn. Yeah, you can see it right there. That's where the bar was digging into my back. That hurts. Here's the thing is like, I used to be one of those guys who like, oh, you don't need scars and blood from the gym, and I still think it's kind of cringe, like when those old guys are like, keep your studies. I've got blood and guts and vomit and scars. It's like, okay, it's kind of weird, but, I think a certain level of calluses, either on your back from the bar or, some shin scraping from heavy deadlifts. I think that's part of development as a lifter. So, if you got calluses on your shins and on your back from heavy squats and deadlifts, I think that does earn you a certain level of ethos as far as powerlifting goes. Maybe not like bodybuilding, but powerlifting. I don't think you need like blood and guts and scars and stuff to have a productive workout, but that's my opinion. Anyway, those are trash curls. Just horrible. Really not focused on technique at all. But at this point in the workout, I'm just toasted, so it doesn't really matter. And then here's an ab exercise I was learning from Alec Blinis, who is a marathon runner, whom I respect. Makes good content on Instagram and YouTube. Definitely recommend looking him up and watching some of his stuff. But it's kind of an ab rotational thing. Here's the thing. When I do these really heavy, I started doing these right around here, and I've done them a few times since then. When I do these really heavy, my rib cage gets tender to the touch. It's crazy how sore this makes me. Now, I stopped anchoring myself because I'm not doing anything heavy enough to really need anchoring, but I anchor in this video. I don't know, mixed feelings about that now. I'm not sure how necessary it really is, but whatever, I do it. I do anchor to a heavy dumbbell when I do tricep pushdowns or something where I need just a little bit of extra stability. If you're a little guy, definitely recommend trying that. If you feel if I could just weigh more, or if I were a little bit more stable, I wouldn't have much of a problem. Just throw a dip belt around a heavy dumbbell, and drag it down to the ground. I need to have the dip belt tighter here, so what I'm focused on is locking out the pelvis by taking a wide stance. And so what I mean by locking out is you don't allow it to compensate in. And so if you put a body part in a certain position where it can't really activate well, then you're going to be able to isolate other parts of your body. And so right here, because I'm taking the wide stance, I really can't rotate through the pelvis. And so all that rotation is coming from my lumbar spine, thoracic spine. There's definitely a lot of arm movement in there, but you know what? At least I'm not twisting with my hips, so call it a win. And then, you want to hit both sides, and so I just kind of squirm around right there. When I do this, I try to keep my arms straight. I'm getting better at it, but right here is the first time I've really ever done it seriously, semi-seriously. That twist right there, yeah. It's been really good for me to train more of that twisting, rotational plane of motion. I feel especially as a powerlifter, I just get caught up in that frontal plane all the time. Everything is feet shoulder width apart, and I'm working straight up and down. That's bench press, that's squat, that's deadlift. Everybody's so focused on their bar path, but with stuff like this, I'm really looking for an increased variability of movement, and I think it is good for me. So I'm going to keep doing it. It's hard though. But yeah, this was kind of my last thing before Thanksgiving. Breathing during ab exercises is always difficult, but I think it should be. If you don't have to rest in between your ab exercises, I got questions about how hard it is. And so after this, I'm going to finish up, and the next video will pretty much pick up right after Thanksgiving. And we'll go through another week of training. I really think I am going to organize it week by week, just to give an idea of my more long-term programming, where it's not just oh, how do I come up with a workout for the day, but sort of how do I set up my weekly volume and progression. Because again, I don't have a program, I don't have a coach. I just kind of think about stuff and work out.
Foods I'm not going to eat at Thanksgiving. I really like stuffing. It's not my favorite. All I get is full off of it. Yeah, other than that, I'm probably not going to drink wine. Dude, I was going to taste commitment and sacrifice.